I'm about to do a scene-by-scene review of a 4-hour film. If this is the first of my videos you have ever come across, then I will miss the 10 seconds we just shared together. For the rest of us, Lord of the fucking Rings, Yep, it's about bloody time we wrap this franchise up, isn't it? And what a film to do it with. Ranked number 9 on the IMDb Top 250, winner of 4 BAFTAs, 4 Golden Globes, 11 goddamn Oscars!
Impressive.
But this is a review, so I have to ask, is Return of the King deserving of all this praise?
Yes.
Okay, you got me. But for the sake of argument, let's ask the question anyway. Is Return of the King deserving of all this praise?
Yes.
Is Return of the King deserving of all this praise? That I will answer at the end of this review. Oh god. Well, let's cut the BS and get down to brass tacks. So, grab yourself a cushion, go buy yourself a big gulp and go for a quick whiz while you can. This is The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. So our movie begins in a flashback as we arrive at a rather pleasant setting, as 2 hobbit cousins named Deagle and a still kind of peculiar looking but much healthier looking Smeagol are having themselves a day out fishing, when Deagle catches something so strong it actually pulls him into the water. In Soviet Middle-earth, fish catch you. But Deagle actually comes across the One Ring as the temptation of it quickly gets to Smeagol, as he kills Deagle and begins his golemification process. Okay, forgive me for making such a crude comparison, but as I watched this scene, I began to realise how similar the One Ring is to a butthole. It's round, small, you feel a strange sensation as you rub it, you shouldn't really show it to people, and if you stick your finger through it, you end up in deep shit. So after our opening act, Lord of the Rings Origins Gollum, we cut to present day. Frodo's company is getting out close to Mordor, and Merry and Pippin are talking a little bit of the old Toby to celebrate a battle well fought at Isengard.
You young rascals! A merry hunt you've led us on, and now we find you feasting and smoking!
We are sitting.
I beg your pardon?
We are sitting.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Hobbits.
The salted pork is particularly good.
Salted pork.
Okay, what is it with Lord of the Rings and its random yet kinda quirky food references? You could create a rendition of my favourite things from The Sound of Music purely out of what Lord of the Rings characters say. I know that because that's what I did.
Salted pork.
Limpers.
Just tea.
Crispy bacon. Pineweed.
Potatoes.
Mushrooms.
Roast chicken.
Lovely big chips with a nice piece of fried fish.
These are a few of my favourite things.
So whilst all the orcs and Uruks have been taken care of, I guess that still leaves Saruman to deal with.
No, he has no power anymore.
Ah, no you don't.
Even in defeat, Saruman is dangerous.
There we go, now you're making sense.
What do you want, Gandalf Greyhaim? Let me guess. The key of Orthanc?
Okay, I do love this scene, but am I the only one who's a bit confused as to how Saruman and these guys down here are able to hear each other? I looked this up. Apparently the Tower of Orthanc is 500 feet tall. No matter how loud you shout it, you cannot have a conversation with someone who's that high up. And I didn't see him use an amplifying charm like in Harry Potter.
But you know this, don't you, Gandalf?
Am I the only one who's not getting a word of this?
Gandalf does not hesitate to sacrifice those...
Yo, Gandalf, can you tell him to speak the fuck up?
No. I've heard enough. Shoot him.
It's like you read my mind, Gimli. There he goes. So the group head back to Rohan to celebrate the destruction of Saruman's spine as we cut to Frodo and co, as Gollum appears to be having a bad dream. And I always like to think he's dreaming about Jedward here.
Kill them. Kill them. Kill them both.
It's the little things. Alright, well Gollum's still pissed off with the Hobbit shiz, so he hatches a plan to get a giant spider named Shelob to attack Frodo and Sam. And in the commotion, Gollum will make off with the ring.
We'll lead them to the winding star. Yes, the stairs, and then up the stairs we go until we come to the tunnel.
Gollum would make a great voice for your GPS, wouldn't he? But then again, Gollum and Smeagol would probably fight over whether you should make a left turn or a right one, and then you just crash.
Then we will find it and take it for me.
What's with the way Smeagol said me then?
Me.
It's like he just let out a really proud fart.
And take it for me. Yes, very nice.
So Sam overhears Gollum's plan to murder them and takes the news well. But Frodo manages to calm him down because he chooses to believe the story of a slimy deranged creature who's tried to kill him before over what his best friend just told him.
You, sir, are an idiot.
Well, let's just ignore Frodo's essential death wish and head back to Rohan, as everyone's getting a good night's sleep. That is except for Pippin, as he wants another look at Saruman's Palantir, Gandalf having taken it from him earlier. So he decides to act out his favourite scene from Raiders to get it. Pippin, no one should be this enthusiastic about filling up an old man's ball. So yeah, Pippin eventually finds out that stealing an item of tempting supernatural power wasn't such a hot idea.
Pippin!
You know, as I watch this, I can only imagine how stupid Billy Boyd must have felt. You know, to take a green screen spear in hand and just shake it like this. Also, I just recently noticed that despite all this commotion, Gimli is still fast asleep. I love that. And considering his antics from last night, can't say I'm surprised. So yeah, Gandalf brings Pippin around, as it turns out that he just pulled a homer, as through what he saw, Gandalf was able to determine that Sauron plans to attack Minas Tirith, a 1,000-year-old city of men, which is apparently governed by a crazy man. So think of it as the London of Gondor.
Something for the road.
Last of the Longbottom leaf.
I know you've run out. You smoke too much, Pip.
So to curb your addiction, I'm giving you even more. I'm a good friend. So Gandalf sets off with Pippin to warn Gondor of the coming attack, and one scene later, they find themselves at Minas Tirith.
Minas Tirith.
It's only a model.
Shh!
It's the tree. Gandalf! Gandalf!
Yes.
Okay, hold the phone. What is with those bloody helmets? If I was there, I'd feel obliged to wipe the soles of my dirty shoes on them. Bloody Noras. I mean, what sort of stupid nation has royal guards wearing stupid headwear?
Lord Denethor is Boromir's father. To give him news of his beloved son's death would be most unwise. I do not mention Frodo, do we? In fact, it's better if you don't speak at all, Peregrine.
Well, why don't you just tell him to wait outside? Well, to be fair, Pippin is an idiot. Knowing him will either fall off the edge of Minas Tirith or anoint the old sapling over there, the yellow tree of Gondor. Hey, at least it'll get a drink. So Gandalf and Pippin meet up with Denethor, who's not exactly in a good mood.
Do you think the eyes of the White Tar are blind? I have seen more than you know.
Okay, what is it with the wobble in this guy's face?
And with your right, you'd seek to supplant me.
Damn. So Denethor's all like, Rule of Gondor's mine! Now where's my bottle? And Gandalf's like, fuck this shit. I've ridden 3 days to get here. I'm gonna get me a room and just get high. You know, I'm beginning to wonder if Gandalf ever really was a grey wizard. Perhaps he was always a white wizard, but smoked so much he became grey over time.
Sauron has yet to reveal his deadliest servant. The one who will lead Mordor's armies in war. The one they say no living man can kill. The Witch King of Angmar.
But in the land of Mordor, he's known by another name. Phil.
He is the Lord of the Nazgul, the greatest of the Nine.
The Dead City.
Bradford?
Very nasty place.
Hey, give that statue a phone there for a second there, will you? Hello?
What's up?
What's up? That reference isn't dated at all.
Look, we have found it. The way into Mordor. The secret stair.
2,880 steps, Detective.
Do me a favor, keep that kind of shit to yourself.
But before they can start their ascent, orcs begin marching out of Cirith Ungol as the building pulls a He-Man on us. Okay, admittedly that light show looks cool, but what's the purpose of it? In fact, if the building didn't have this light show, then Gandalf wouldn't have known that the orcs were planning on attacking so soon, and he might not have ordered Pippin to light the beacon to ask for Rohan's help yet. Then they'd be fucked as Rohan wouldn't have arrived in time. I'm thinking about this too hard, aren't I, Homer?
No! Well, yes.
Well, yes. So Frodo, Sam and Gollum begin their ascent as we cut to Osgiliath as the orcs are about to begin their attack.
Quiet.
Excuse me, Mr. Orc, but if you want to be low-key here, it might be a good idea to, I don't know, put out your torches!
Right.
So the men spot the orcs' crap ambush plan, but it's no use as they attack Osgiliath in droves. So to help out, Gandalf orders Pippin to light a beacon in Minas Tirith, which sends a signal to several men waiting on standby to light their own beacons in a sort of domino effect, so Rohan will know to ride a wall. I should talk about how incredibly implausible it is for men to camp out on top of mountains so they can light a beacon in the unlikely event Gondor requires Rohan's aid, but the music is awesome, the shots are awesome, so in the end, who gives a shit? Well, Aragorn is the first to spot the beacon as he rushes across Edoras to tell Theoden.
The beacons are Minas City! The beacons are lit!
By God, does Aragorn know how to enter a room?
Gun knuckles for 8!
And Rohan will answer.
And our answer is no, fuck him. What do you call me Thrandir when he's happy? Gandalf the Gay. Oh, gambling, this is tripe. Alright, okay, the Rohirrim assemble, but Gimli's not impressed.
Horsemen! I wish I could muster a legion of dwarves, fully armed and filthy.
Okay, I would pay big money to see some of that filthy dwarf action. Allow me to rephrase that. So the Rohirrim set out, but over the night Osgiliath has been overrun as the Nazgul hunt down the survivors. But Gandalf rides out, with Pippin for some reason, as he has a plan to drag Jerry and his pals away. He shines a light at them. Huh. Well, it's a good thing the Lord of the Rings doesn't take place in a more modern setting. Yo, Jerry!
Get off me!
They don't seem so intimidating when they have the same weakness of a gremlin, do they? So the group reached Minas Tirith, and here's the reason why Pippin was with Gandalf. It's so they could start this conversation.
This is not the first halfling to have crossed your path.
You've seen Frodo and Sam?
Where? When?
In Ithilien. Not 2 days ago. Gandalf. They're taking the road to the Mogul Vale.
And then the pass of Cirith Ungol.
What does that mean? What's wrong?
Good God! So, you mean 2 little hobbits that are travelling into uncharted enemy territory, which houses tens of thousands of orcs, unkillable wraiths, giant spiders, and God knows what else, might be in danger? Well, let's just ignore Gandalf's confusing out of the blue concern, and let's just see how our favourite hobbit troop are getting along, as Sam is growing more and more untrusting of Smeagol.
Why does he hate poor Smeagol? What has Smeagol ever done to him?
Send forth all legions. Do not stop the attack until the city is taken. Slay them all.
Also, if perchance you find any medicine for a sore throat, do us a solid and scrounge up a couple of balls me, would you?
What of the wizard? I will break him.
In the extended edition.
And now we're back to 2.5 Hobbits on ABC.
What are you up to? Sneaking off, are we?
Sneaking? Sneaking? That hobbit is always so polite. Smeagol shows them secret ways that nobody else could find. And they say, sneak! Sneak! Yes, my precious boy.
Right! Just startled me is all. What were you doing?
Sneak.
Fine.
2.5 Hobbits. We'll be right back after these messages. So the group notices that the lembas bread is gone as Gollum frames Sam for taking it, and Sam for some reason chooses this rather inopportune moment to offer to carry the ring.
I could help a bit. I could carry it for a while. I could carry it. Share the load.
Okay, what's with the weird slow-mo close-up there? All Sam wants is for Frodo to share his load. What to say? No, seriously, Frodo is under a lot of stress. Sam only wants a bit of his load to help out.
Oh, that is disgusting.
All of you guys are confusing the hell out of me. Let's just continue. So Frodo decides to send Sam home as we cut back to Faramir, who has apparently been commanded by Denethor to attempt to retake Osgiliath. And, like a complete idiot, he obeys his commands and ends up getting himself and hundreds of his men needlessly killed. And as his only remaining son is off on a date with Death, Denethor asks Pippin an amusing bit with a song. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Pippin is now a Citadel guard, because in this world, if you want a job working for the leader of a nation, all you have to do is ask. By God, if it was only that simple.
But we have no songs for great halls and evil times.
Just give him a rendition of Wiggle by Jason Derulo. If there's any song out there representative of pure evil, it's that one.
Come, sing me a song.
Okay, am I the only one who's reminded of another movie scene here?
It's a small world after all.
No, anything but that.
So as Denethor continues acting like a right cock, we see Theoden has mustered up 6,000 spears to aid Gondor as they've camped at a rather cool looking but quite impractical cliffside.
The horses are restless, and the men are quiet.
They grow nervous in the shadow of the mountain.
That's why we chose to camp right next to its entrance. We're kind of assholes like that. But the night falls as a mysterious figure pays Aragorn a visit. Am I the only one who sees dressing up all hooded and cloaked like that in this world as a really bad idea? Alright, so Elrond is here to share some of his foresightedness. He knows Theoden's riders will be vastly outnumbered, so he lets Aragorn know where he can find more men.
There are none.
There are those who dwell in the mountain.
Okay, where did that sudden gust of wind come from? What, whenever you talk about something truly evil in this world, a sudden gust of wind pops up? Okay, the dead men have done Harrow. Sauron. Satan. Simon Cowell.
You would call upon them to fight. They believe in nothing. They answer to no one.
They will answer to the King of Gondor.
Andúril, the flame of the west, forged from the shards of Narsil.
Whoa.
Shut up and take my money!
The blade that was broken shall return to Minas Tirith.
So Aragorn heads into the mountain as Legolas and Gimli tag along. Which may sound like they're being supportive and selfless, until you remember that this is getting them out of a battle in which if they do not help, they will surely die. Yeah. Well, anyway, they quickly arrive at the door of the mountain as something gets the horses spooked. Brago, come back! I left Andúril on the saddle. God, everyone's gonna kill me.
I do not fear death.
But the three persevere and quickly come across the King of the Dead.
The way is shut. Now you must die.
Legolas, did you just try to kill a dead person?
Maybe.
Ugh, bloody hell. Yeah, take these scissors and go give Ross Kemp a haircut whilst you're at it.
None but the King of Gondor may command me. That line was broken. It has been remade.
So Aragorn offers these guys a deal. If they fight for him, he'll hold their oaths to Isildur fulfilled, and will release them. Yeah, he's offering to end all their pain and suffering, and all they need to do is fight a battle they literally can't lose. And as unbelievably cushy as this sounds, the king responds by not saying a word, having him and his men disappear, and then, well, this happens. Heads up. So the three quickly escape the tide of skulls, only for the dead king to then say, yes, we will fight for you. Man, you think this guy was brain dead or something weird. Well, anyway, back at Minas Tirith, it turns out that Faramir survived the assault on Osgiliath, but stupid Denethor remains convinced his son is dead. It's here he finally realises there's an army of orcs attacking his city. So Denethor steps up to the pledge as he musters up the most awe-inspiring speech he can come up with.
Abandon your post! Please flee for your lives!
Gandalf delivers the appropriate response.
Right, it's bonking time. I love to use a bit of bonking. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, can't remember the rest. Oh. 12!
Prepare for battle!
So Gandalf rallies the men, but honestly, I don't like their chances. Gondorian soldiers are like the stormtroopers of Middle-earth. They're kinda hopeless. In fact, they're also likely to die. I'm surprised this doesn't happen. So whilst the army of Gondor continues sucking, Frodo and Gollum have reached the tunnel. Oh wait, sorry. The tunnel! As Gollum is quick to abandon his master.
It's sticky. What is it? That's what she...
Don't you bloody dare, Bender, you heathen. There could be kids watching. Doesn't it at all bother you that what you might say might be considered inappropriate?
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Alright, well, Frodo decides to use the old Light of Elendil thing he got from Galadriel in the first movie to light up the cave, but it unfortunately attracts a local resident. Don't worry, Frodo, I got this. Aradia Exame! Wrong universe, run! So Frodo manages to escape through the nearest warp pipe, as Gollum is quick to catch Frodo unawares.
It wasn't us! Smeagol wouldn't hurt, Master. It was the precious made us do it.
The precious made us do it. Why is that not on a t-shirt? So Frodo tells Gollum he has to destroy the ring for both their sakes. Gollum takes it like you'd expect. Wow, fail. That almost looked like one of those video game cutscenes where someone misses a QTE. Oh shit! Cock. So Frodo continues his journey, but without Sam here, well, he wasn't gonna get far, was he? Okay, time out for a moment. Aren't we forgetting something here?
Mithril, as light as a feather, and as hard as dragon scales.
Well, in the books, Frodo got stabbed in the neck, so, yeah, Jackson?
You done fucked it up!
But before Sheila can tuck into a Kentucky Fried Hobbit, Sam is back, and he is pissed.
Let him go, you filth.
Mi amo Samwise Gamgee, tengo grande cojones Voscaron. Sauron ain't got shit on me. Samwise is in the house, pulled up. So Sam drives Shelob away as he goes to check on Frodo. And as badass as Sam is, it's a shame he's a bit, stupid.
Mr. Frodo!
Wake up.
You know, Sam, there's a little something you can do here. Take these two fingers and check for a pulse.
Dad!
But a bunch of orcs come by as Sam continues his streak of idiocy as he fucking leaves Frodo out in the open for them to take.
Samwise, you fool.
No, more like Samwise, you idiot! So yeah, back in Minas Tirith, the battle has moved to the gate as Gandalf rallies the men.
You're soldiers of Gondor. No matter what comes through that gate, you will stand your ground.
Oh, cock.
So yeah, the battle ain't going too swimmingly, and to make matters worse, Denethor is heading to the catacombs to burn Faramir alive. Pippin manages to find Gandalf to warn him as they both quickly head up the city, but the two have one tiny little obstacle to overcome as the Witch King shows up and... holy shit, that wasn't expected.
You have failed. The world of men
going, you fucking cloak? He was right there, you had him! Why did you immediately fly away like that? As if you just realised there's a new episode of Game of Thrones on. Why were you more like...
The world of men will fall. Huh? Oh, Roland's here. Well, I can spare 3 seconds surely to kill the strongest being the opposing side has, surely. Cool, right. Oh, I better kill the hob and the horse too. Right, off we go. I'm also...
And you know what makes that scene worse? Check out what Merry said earlier.
The enemy thinks you have the ring.
Yeah, the ring race will be under the impression that Pippin has the ring. And the leader of the ring race finds him, and he leaves him be. I mean, yeah, Pippin really doesn't have the ring, but the Witch King don't know that. Ugh, right, well, I guess I shouldn't be too annoyed. This is one of the extended scenes after all, so let's just put it by the wayside, give it the finger, and move on. To a much cooler scene where Rohan arrives on Pelennor Fields as Theoden rallies his men in an awesome yet rather peculiar fashion.
Right now! Right now!
Oh, here he comes, this is gonna be ah, crap. So the Rohirrim charge and, oh man, let's just take a moment to enjoy this kick-ass scene.
Oh bugger.
So the Rohirrim begin annihilating the orcs as Gandalf arrives to kick some flabby steward ass. I just love the look on Denethor's face here.
Fuck me!
Alright, come on man, this is like one of those things you'd see on like a U-Beam Frame style show.
Our $50,000 home video finalists are Man Breaking Hip, Man on Fire.
Look at him!
It's okay. Finally, I can live out my dream of becoming the Human Torch. Flame on... Oh shit! So the battle continues below as the Rohirrim are laying waste to the orcs, but reinforcements are quick to show up.
Oh no, the Dawn Patrol again.
Company! Sarah!
Oh, the aim of our patrol
Is the question rather droll?
For to march and drill over field and hill.
Isabel and Terry Goal!
Isabel and Terry Goal! 1, 2, 3, 4, President! 2, 3, 4.
So the Rohirrim and the Mumakil duke it out, but before long the Bitch King shows up and crushes poor old Theoden under his horse. So Eowyn, who for some reason finds herself all alone when it comes to defending her king, takes a stand.
I'm a woodpecker!
Whoa! Damn, why does he have such a big ass mace?
Do you think maybe he's compensating for something?
But Eowyn can't manage such a large instrument.
That's what she heard!
As the Witch King moves in for the kill.
No man can kill me.
Except maybe will.i.am. His music makes me want to kill myself.
Die now.
Mashir is taking his sweet ass time here. It's not as if there's an army all around you that could stab you back anytime they please or anything. Yeah, like that. So Eowyn proudly shouts out,
I am no man.
which in hindsight may have been more empowering if a male character hadn't just saved her, but whatever. It's around this time our favourite 2.5 men show up. Jeez, you know, that was a big leap when you think about it. I mean, look at Gimli, he really struggled with that jump. He's all like, oh fuck, I think I just blew up my coccyx. Hell, I'm surprised this didn't happen. So it's go-go Orc-busters as the Ghost Army just annihilate all in their path. And yet, even with a force this unstoppable, Legolas still finds time to show off. And you gotta love him for it. Triple motherfucking arrow! Biatch! Oh yeah, Legolas catch!
Oh, bitch, get out the way! Get out the way, bitch, get out the way!
So the fight is eventually won as Theoden, well, he's not doing too good.
Every bone shattered, organs leaking vital fluids, a slight headache, loss of appetite. I'm going to die.
So Theoden sadly dies a la Stan from Space Jam as Aragorn has a promise to uphold. Look at the king's face. He's like he's letting out a 1,000-year-old fart. I apologise over the multitude of fart jokes in my reviews. The films gift wrap them for me. Well, let's check back with Frodo, see how he's doing. As it turns out, he's been brought into the Tower of Cirith Ungol.
Hands off! That shiny shirt, that's mine!
Let's go into the Great Eye.
But it would look fabulous on me!
I don't take orders from stinking Morgul rats!
So these two end up fighting over the shirt as this is all that's needed to start an all-out civil war.
The scum tried to knife me! Kill him!
Orcs on one side, Uruks on the other. Let's get ready to rumble!
I got 5 to 1 on the Orcs, 3 to 1 on the Uruks. Who wants to make things interesting? Oh yes, 20 on the Orcs, thank you very much sir. Oh yes, 10 on the Uruks, thank you very much sir. You will go home a happy man. Oh yes, 20 on the Orcs, you don't mind me saying you are very helpful. So in all the commotion, Sam makes his way up to Frodo, but the Orc from earlier is about to kill him.
I'm gonna bleed you like a stuck pig.
Not if I stick you first.
I would have also accepted. Looks like you ended up on the short side of the stick. Well, I'm dead. So it turns out Sam actually took the ring to keep it safe. Weird, I didn't see any tearing of the cobweb from earlier. Huh, maybe he did take it from him earlier. Tricksy son of a bitch!
You must understand. The ring is my burden. It will destroy you, Sam.
Okay, I never got this. Doesn't it make 100 times more sense for Sam to carry the ring the rest of the way? Sure, it's Frodo's burden, but the ring wouldn't have had nearly as much time to corrupt Sam as it has Frodo, so just get good old Samwise to carry it. What are you on about anyway? The ring will destroy him. He carried it all the way back to you, didn't he? Not to mention Sam is all around more capable, stronger, a better warrior. Like, you know how many orcs Sam has killed over these 3 films? A lot. And you, Frodo? And you, Frodo? Future me in editing? This is where you play Frodo's compilation of orc kills?
Sorry, can't do that.
What? Why?
Frodo's never killed an orc.
What?
Yeah, seriously, not one orc kill. Not even in the extended editions. All we see him doing action scenes is run and hide all the time.
Sheesh, and I thought it was bad when Harry Potter never cast a spell in his first movie. Well, anyway, how's editing coming along?
Alright. Though this is my 87th cup of coffee.
Fuck me!
No, you mean fuck us.
Oh, yeah, fuck us. Okay, so Frodo and Sam recuperate, and shortly after, they finally reach Mordor.
It's him. The Eye.
Sam, am I the only one who thinks it looks like a giant flame? No, Mr. Frodo. You're not. Well, back in Minas Tirith, Gandalf and Aragorn are discussing their next course of action. Frodo and Sam won't be able to get to Mount Doom with all the orcs and the plains of Gorgoth, so Aragorn has a plan to gather what warriors he can and march upon the Black Gate to draw them all out.
A diversion.
Yes, Legolas. A diversion. Well, Aragorn's army quickly reach the gate as a friendly face is there to greet them.
My master, Sauron the Great, bids thee welcome.
You know, gingivitis is the #1 cause of all tooth decay.
And who is this?
Okay, so we have here a scene where a king is talking with a messenger of the enemy, who he then brashly kills. Obvious references, obvious.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
Madness. This is
Gondor!
This concludes negotiations.
So the orcs are about to come through. By the way, I love Legolas's face here. He's like, yeah, bring it, bitch. Well, Aragorn falls back to give his men a rousing speech.
Sons of Gondor! Of Rohan! My brothers! I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me.
After all, none of you are now horse-mounted, despite us all leaving Minas Tirith on horses. Disappearing mammals would scare the shit out of anyone. Okay, to be fair, this speech is fucking incredible.
An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we fight.
Whoa.
By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand! Men of the West!
For Frodo.
And? Hey, you showing up against someone? Bloody hell, Sam never gets the recognition he deserves in these movies. If it wasn't for him, Frodo would be dead 1,000 times over. Sam's a right ledge. Frodo, on the other hand?
There's a few drops left.
But look at all the wine he just spilled!
No! You've killed us all!
And what the hell's he doing now? Hallucinating?
Hello? Hey! Listen! Hey! Listen! Hey! Listen!
Alright, so once they reach the mountainside, Frodo is out like a light, so Sam tries to remind him of a better time.
Do you remember the Shire, Mr. Frodo? It'll be spring soon. The orchards will be in blossom. And they'll be sowing the summer barley in the lower fields.
And Rosie Cotton will be doing her laundry topless and she'll have forgotten to close the window. Hey, I'm only trying to make this scene less gay. Alright, before anyone loses their heads, I gotta make this clear. If Sam and Frodo were actually gay, and if that was intentional, then that'd be great. I wouldn't have anything against that. But they keep having moments like this embraced in each other's arms, and neither one steps up to bat. Seriously, look at this image and tell me it doesn't look like a scene from Brokeback Mountain Doom. And what makes this worse is how many sexual hints there are between these two.
And eating the first of the strawberries with cream. Do you remember the taste of strawberries?
Oh my god, they're talking about strawberries. If there was ever a food you would associate with sex, that's the bloody one.
Naked in the dark.
Now they're talking about being naked. Do I need to keep going?
Naked?
So Sam manages to get Frodo all the way to the top, but unfortunately someone's waiting. Well, Sam manages to fight Gollum off as he follows Frodo into the mountain.
Here, Sam.
I wonder what got Frodo so spooked. Maybe it's the smell. The dog caught the crack of doom for nothing. Sam, I can't just simply drop the ring. That'd be too anticlimactic. So Frodo's all like,
the ring is mine.
And Simon's like, you hairy hobbit And then Gollum's all like, BAM!
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
And then he does something which honestly should be accompanied by the following song.
3, 2, 1!
Hang on, Gollum! 10 more seconds and the world record's in the bag! So Gollum manages to find and bite off Frodo's finger. Well, at least I hope that's his finger. Yeah, it is. As Gollum once again has the ring. And to celebrate, he jumps about a bit. Well, Frodo's not having any of that, as he musters up all his strength to knock Gollum over the cliff. Okay, now he's gonna knock him over the cliff. Okay, now, you know what, fuck it. So Gollum hits the lava, Sam saves Frodo, the ring is destroyed, Sauron's all like, say what? And the Tower of Barad-dûr comes tumbling down, everyone cheers, and Sauron, much like his last defeat, has one final gift he'd like to give to everyone.
That everyone died. The end.
Alright, okay, that doesn't happen. But a lot of excess gas is escaping from the Crack of Doom. So Sam and Frodo quickly run out of the exploding volcano as Gandalf swoops in on the Eagles to save them. Gandalf? Wait a minute. White light, heavenly music. You're here? I'm dead! Ah! So Frodo was reunited with everyone. Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas. Okay, I guess I forgot Legolas' name. But this is a weird ass scene. Don't believe me? Play it in slow-mo. Okay, I think I'm just gonna add this scene to my collection of film scenes gone high. Who wants your wacky backy? Well, after everyone's celebratory buzz, we cut to Aragorn's coronation, and everyone shows up. Gandalf, Eowyn, Faramir, Judge Dredd. Look, even Arwen showed up. That's Legolas. Oh, right. Well, okay, she does show up as they diffuse the tension with a good old snog.
It's good to meet a king.
My friends.
You bow to no one.
Whatever happens, I must not cry. You cannot make me cry.
So the four hobbits are renounced for their good deeds as the camera pans out and the film comes to a close. Oh, what a terrific movie.
As it was, the fourth age of Middle-earth began.
It's still going.
And the fellowship of
Okay. Well, alright. So Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin all arrive back in the Shire, as they have a somber little can pie to signify a job well done. But Sam has some unfinished business. Jesus Christ, what did Sam do? So Sam gets married as we cut to... Oh, bloody hell, is this thing still going?
How do you go on?
How do you go on? Even the film wants to end! Okay, so Frodo gives Bilbo's book to Sam for him to finish off, as the next day we find out that Bilbo has a limited time ticket to Valinor.
Any chance of seeing that old ring of mine again?
I'm sorry, Bilbo. You're just not supple enough anymore. Oh, you mean the One Ring? Oh, sorry. So the group arrives at the Grey Havens as Gandalf says his goodbye, but Frodo reveals his plans to go too as he says farewell to Merry, Pippin and Sam. And it's so sad.
We set out to save the Shire, Sam, and it has been saved. But not for me.
You don't mean that.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
So Frodo says his farewells as the ship sets sail for Valinor, enough tears were shed to irrigate all of Mordor, and that movie comes to a close. Ah, that was a nice win. Oh Jesus H. Christ on a stick, you're still going. Okay, I'm wrapping this up. Sam arrives home, he meets his wife and kids, they go into their house, which I've just realised how poorly designed it is because even a fucking hobbit has to duck into it. The music builds up, the door closes, the screen fades to black, and... Is that it? You're not going to show Sam doing his laundry or anything? It's the end! Now if you excuse me, I need to rearrange my back. Wow. What a movie. Ugh. So that was The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, and to summarise my thoughts on the film, I'll say this. Return of the King is where Lord of the Rings is at its best, but it's also where it's at its worst. Some of the greatest scenes and moments in the trilogy are found here. The Charge of the Rohirrim, Aragorn's Blackgate speech, Sam versus Shelob, Pippin singing Edge of Night, the Mumakil attack, Sam being a motherfucking legend. I mean, the list goes on. But there are a few aspects of this film that can piss off a lot of people, and I can definitely see why. Starting with the obvious one, the never-ending ending. The ring is destroyed, Middle-earth is saved, and all these fades to black and pan-out shots really make you think the movie's coming to a close. But it doesn't. Again, and again, and again. And when you were back in the cinema in 2003, I'm willing to bet you heard a few every time the movie continued. But I'm actually going to be one to defend the ending here, because as I essentially said at the end of my Deathly Hallows Part 2 review, epilogues are important. Like the first time you think the movie's ending in Return of the King is when Sam and Frodo are trapped on the edge of Mount Doom. But if the movie did end here, I'd be pissed. The movie's all about the Three Peoples defeating Sauron and saving Middle-earth, and we needed to see what they were fighting for. Again, it's why I hate the ending to Deathly Hallows Part 2 so much, because once Voldemort is defeated, we skip to 19 years later after only 4 minutes of screen time. We got no closure of where the characters ended up, we didn't even see a single scene of the Wizarding World rejoicing over the Dark Lord's demise. The only important thing that happened in those 4 minutes was... In Return of the King, however, we get some much needed closure. Aragorn has his coronation, Frodo and Gandalf are reunited, Sam gets married. Part of me wishes I could see more. Like we could perhaps see Éomer ascend the throne of Rohan, we could see a quick shot of Aragorn and Arwen with their newborn son, we could see Legolas and Gimli set off for the Grey Havens like they did in the book. But yeah, I do understand why people were a little cheesed off with the fake out endings. The movie is over 3 hours long after all. 4 hours if you include the extended scenes. After that, your butt's going to be numb, your bladder's going to be bursting, and you're honestly going to have to readjust yourself as you relearn the art of standing. But I honestly think the Lord of the Rings films are of only a handful of movies that deserve to be over 3 hours long. Why? Well, simply put, so much shit goes down in them. There's such a mishmash of genres: action, drama, romance, horror, comedy, adventure. There's never a dull moment, and if you're bored by these movies, then I'm willing to bet a lot of movies bore you. Cause I never thought I'd say this about a movie, but I like the 4-hour version of this movie more than the 3-hour one. A lot of crucial, no, mandatory scenes were cut for the theatrical release. I am utterly perplexed why the Saruman scene was cut. Go watch Nostalgia Critic's Top 11 Dumbest Lord of the Rings Moments video if you want to know what I think about that. Another important scene is the one with the mouth of Sauron, because in the theatrical version of the film, they just go up to the Black Gate and they're like, "Oh, why is no one coming? Okay, let's go to the gate. Hey, anybody home? Alright, there is someone home. Okay, go back now." See, without the mouth of Sauron, that scene is just pointless. Though I will say that there were some scenes that were rightly cut, like Gandalf's encounter with the Witch King. The way he just flies off when he's about to deliver the killing blow is beyond stupid. Then there's the scene where Aragorn uses the Palantir to taunt Sauron. Never got why he did that, it just seemed way out of character. Also, cutting this scene does lead to a much better segue to the next scene. You see, here's the extended cut.
Certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Sauron will suspect a trap.
and here's the theatrical one.
Certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
That's a much better edit, I think. Now, something else I want to bring up concerns Éowyn and Arwen, because it's clear these two were underutilised in Two Towers. And whilst Arwen still mostly mopes and cries all the time, Éowyn gets to kick some serious ass. But maybe a bit too much ass. I wanted to see Éowyn in some cool action scenes, no doubt, but she freaking takes down a Mumakil and a fell beast single-handedly. And with the help of Merry was able to defeat the bloody Witch King, someone even Gandalf couldn't defeat. Éowyn essentially became the most powerful warrior in all of Middle-earth. It was a little hard to buy, and not because she was a woman, it was because we had never seen her in an action scene before. Literally all we got was her swinging a sword a bit. Ooh, that must mean she's the greatest warrior in the land. Hell, we don't even know if Éowyn has ever killed an orc prior to this movie. I mean, check out what Éomer says here.
You know as little of war as that hobbit.
Yeah, I'm betting prior to this she hasn't been in a single battle. What we needed with Éowyn was just at least one scene which shows that this woman is capable of feats like this. But I'm beyond nitpicking here. Return of the King is awesome, and I say it rightfully deserves its 11 Oscars. Granted, if Return of the King came out in a more competitive year, I doubt it would have won as many, but still, it was deserving. I remember eagerly anticipating this movie for the majority of 2003, and when I sat down to watch it in the theatre, well, I don't think I've ever been more glued to my seat. The action delivered, the effects, sets and prosthetics were all amazing, the comedy was a lot of fun, the music, by God, Howard Shore is on fire here. Not to mention Annie Lennox's Into the West, which I just adore.
What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call?
Anyway, to see this trilogy come to a close was very fulfilling and yet a little saddening, as I knew it was over. And yes, the Hobbit trilogy has helped satisfy my Middle-earth craving, but I think it's universally thought that those films don't come close to capturing the magic of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Now, as far as my favourite of the three films go, it's really tough to say, but I'm gonna have to go with Two Towers as my personal favourite, as this is where characters like Legolas, Gimli and Gollum get to truly shine. But that is not to discredit Return of the King one bit, because it rounds up the franchise phenomenally well, to give us quite possibly the greatest movie trilogy of all time. Now to review a trilogy of films that are quite so revered. Till next time.
Oh, bugger.